Hello friends. So talking about the natural gas production in India, currently it is near about 85 million standard cubic meters production per day, and that is something which is not enough to meet the demands of Indians. In fact, near about 50% is imported from outside, and that is creating a huge burden definitely on us, on the exchequer. Now, in that context, it is very important to mine natural gas domestically in India and uh, definitely keeping these things in mind, and definitely the quality is better, quality of energy production in terms of carbon footprint or uh, uh, climate perspective. It is better to go for natural gas based activities rather than other means such as coal and oil. So, looking into this, definitely we have seen the policy changes in the past 2 decades. We have shifted to NELP, which eased the new exploration licensing policy, the ease with which blocks were given out for both oil and gas uh, to private players under the production sharing contracts. We have seen those bids in the early 2000s. And then 6 rounds happened in that many blocks were given, many were successful operations were seen, but unsuccessful were there as well. The production sharing contracts was the method where the production used to happen, and of that production, it was divided between the government and the public and the private partners. So that changed, and we entered into the era of HELP, the hydrocarbon exploration licensing policy. So in this phase of which we are in, here we have open acreage licensing policy, which helps more FDIs and private players coming into play, and around the year they can find uh, an acreage, a place to survey energy and see the potential of exploration from that place, be it of oil and gas. So in that context, we have seen how Reliance Industries Limited and British Petroleum joined hands and uh, started their process in the KG-D6 block. And in fact, yesterday they have started their first level of uh, ENP activity, the production activity, at the Asia's deepest gas field, which is the KG-D6 block, deep water, somewhere around 2 kilometers down the water. They have their R cluster, which will to which they are trying to reach and get the gas from there. And the idea is to take out near about 12 CMD from that. So near about 50% of their total production from those three. Total production from the three clusters within the KG-D6 is around 25 million standard cubic meters per day. And that is something which is almost expected to meet near about 15% of the India's demand. That's a big production which is getting added in the coming 3 years. By 2023, it is expected all the three to be offering such humongous amount of gas to Indian consumers. So definitely the import pressure will reduce, and such uh, public-private partnership mode is driven by revenue sharing model, and the private partner have considerable freedom in pricing and marketing of these gas producers. So overall, we see a more relaxed environment for the private players, and we are expecting it to run successfully so that more and more such explorations and such productions start happening in the upstream business, and we rely lesser on imports. Overall, if we have a holistic picture, then it is very important to leverage all the resources what we have in India And this is the time to do so, because down the line, be it for coal or any other form of mineral, whatever we have, whatever resources we have is to be used, and this is the time to get that strategic advantage from these resources, because down the line more and more technology interventions and more other forms of energy productions will take place, and that will, and more carbon footprint, let's say awareness or control, in fact. So the demand from these activities and the engagement in such activities might reduce 10 years down the line. We are seeing how the mobility is transferring to electric mode. So that sort of things are happening. So it's good that such engagements happen now and such transformations happen now. So let's see how far we go in this, in leveraging our country national resources in such ways. Thank you.